I think collectively we're excited, that the core of our team is back intact, and the core of this team that's had a high level of success the last couple of years. And I know Tom will talk some about it also, but I think our returning guys have had very, very productive summers. And you see Carlos out here, who looks terrific, is in great shape. Rip's had a very good summer as far as rehab and getting himself ready. Luol's been in the gym for a couple weeks now. He says his wrist feels good, it feels strong, he looks good. Joakim had a terrific summer working on his game, and his motor and energy and work ethic continue to stick out, and he continues to strive to get better and better. And of course, Derek's had an excellent summer, and I don't think in the 30-plus years I've been in basketball, I've seen an athlete attack his rehab like Derek has. He's on schedule and doing very well. And then we're excited, obviously we lost some key guys on our bench, but we returned Taj, who had a great experience with the USA team, spent the entire summer in the gym with Tom and his staff. And I think his game continues to grow, and I think his role will continue to grow. So we're looking for big things out of him. We've added a number of new guys on our bench that we think bring different skill sets and will add to the depth of our team. And I think there are a number of these new guys that will have the opportunity to contribute to our team this season. So obviously, we talked about last spring, we took somewhat of a hit with Derek's injury, and it certainly is a bump in the road, but we feel good about the team we have, and I think this team has got a chance to gel together and become a very good basketball team. The last thing I wanted to talk about, and probably the other thing that we are very, very excited about, is obviously Tom and his staff coming back, and we have come to an agreement with Tom on a multi-year extension, a 4-year extension of his contract, and Tom will be the head coach of the Chicago Bulls for a number of years in the future. We talked about last year, it was certainly our goal for Tom to be the coach of the Bulls long term. It was Tom's goal to remain with the Chicago Bulls. He's obviously one of the top coaches in the NBA. And of course, I'm biased. I get to watch him work each and every day. I think he's the best coach in the NBA. And we're thrilled to have Tom agree to an extension and to be the head coach of our team for a long, long time.
Yeah, obviously, I'm very excited to be here, and very thankful to Jerry and John and Gar, and certainly all our players and our fans. I love being here. I never doubted that it wouldn't work out. This is where I wanted to be. Jerry's been great to me from the day I arrived, so I'm excited. I'm looking forward to the challenges that we face this year. I think we have a great core of guys returning. I think that in Derek's situation, you don't lose a great player like Derek without feeling that. However, I think we can overcome that with our collective effort. We went through some of that last year. This is a new year, and I think each season you're faced with new and different challenges, but we're all looking forward to it.
Tom, first question for you: how many years are you going to be here in Chicago? And the second question for you: how does Kirk Heinrich play into your plans to sort of hold down the fort until Derek's able to come back, hopefully sometime around the All-Star break?
Well, I'd like to be here forever, so, but I'm
2018, 2019.
Yeah, that's good with me. You have to talk to Jerry about that. But as I mentioned, Jerry is a great owner, and so I'm certainly thankful for what he's done for me. Excited about it. You know, I can't say enough about him. The Kirk part is, you know, I think the fact that he played here before is helpful. I think that he has the ability to play both guard spots. He's played with Derek before, so it's, and he's played with Lual and Joakim, so I think that's an advantage. We know that he and Derek play well together. I think our approach to the season is not going to change one bit. I think whether Derek, we're playing at the start of the season or he's not. And for us, what we're striving for is improvement every day. And the second half of the season, we want to be playing our best basketball. At some point, Derek will be rejoining the team, and then we'll take our shot at the end. But our attitude, our approach, that's not changing one bit. How we play, that's not changing. For our guys, they know the formula for us is defend, rebound, low turnover, inside out, share the ball. It stays the same whether Derek's in or he's out. And obviously, as Gar mentioned, Derek's doing great. He's right where he should be. He's diligent. He'll focus in on his rehab. Our players will focus in on their improvement and our opponent. And we're excited about the season. We think we have the right characteristics. We have the challenge for us, the biggest challenge I think is going to be to get 7 new players on the same page as quickly as possible. And for the most part, all the new guys have been here. They've put a lot of time in this summer and in the fall. So I think that's helpful. And as I mentioned, the fact that Kirk has played with some of these guys, I think helps.
Or Tom, going back to Derek, he's on schedule. On October 1st, what does on schedule mean? Is there a date? Has anything changed from the moment he had surgery to now to say, we expect him back at so forth and so on date?
No, there's really not. You know, he's come a long way. And when we say on schedule, he's up to par as far as what the expectations were at this point in his rehab. But let's not forget he's still got a long way to go. And, you know, he remains focused and committed to what he's doing. There haven't been any setbacks, so that's why we say he's on schedule. But as far as the future is concerned, you know, we're taking this process step by step. And up to this step, he's right where we want him to be.
Just to clarify that, does on schedule also mean he could possibly play this season?
Yeah, I mean, he's going to play, Derek's going to play when Derek is 100%, and we feel confident putting him back on the floor. And so at this point, you know, we're optimistic at some point he would, but again, we're trying to take it step by step and not jump ahead as far as his rehab is concerned.
Two-part question. First of all, congratulations. Does getting the extension out of the way now kind of make it easier for you to focus on this season? And secondly, you know, without Derek, obviously, you know, that's a bit of a setback and everything. But what are your expectations for this team moving forward this season?
Well, thank you, first of all. You know, obviously, I'm glad that we've gotten the contract part done, and I'm looking forward to the challenge ahead. My expectations are always the same, and that's for our players to put everything they have into each and every day to strive for improvement. Again, play our best basketball the second half of the season. I don't know where we're going to end up, but I like the makeup of the new guys. I like the makeup of the guys that are returning. I think you know, I don't want us to skip any steps. I think the important thing is to do the right things each and every day. I think if you do that, you don't have to worry about the results. The results will take care of themselves. And as Gar mentioned, Derek has done extremely well. We're not going to rush him back. When he's ready to come back, he'll come back. And again, the big thing for him, I think, is what he's doing each and every day. So his games right now are the rehab. So each day he comes in, he's doing different things. He's progressing well. And the big thing for our team is we're going to talk about Derek today. We're not going to give daily updates as we go forward. We'll update you periodically, but he's doing great, and I want the focus to be on the team and our opponents. I don't want our team to be distracted. I want Derek's focus to be on his rehab, the team to focus on what we have to do to get ready to win each night.
Gar, question for you on Coach. What qualities does he have, and what qualities especially does he have? What area is he best in?
Is Tom best in? Well, I mean, I've said it before. It's, for me, I get to watch. I watch his practice every day, and obviously see every game that we play. But the attention to detail on a daily basis is incredible, and then holding guys accountable to what he wants done. We said even when we hired Tom that from Jerry Reinsdorf on down, our belief is to be a championship caliber team, it's got to be based on defense and rebounding, and obviously that's his background. But the thing about Tom, when you watch him work every day, is there is an emphasis on defensive and rebounding, but he's very good on both sides of the ball, and offensively he's very, very creative, and he builds strong relationships with our players, and through those relationships there's a trust level, and you can see that in how our guys respond to him. And again, that's why I'm biased because I'm here every day, but I think he's the best coach in the NBA, and I think he's proven the last couple of years he's certainly one of the top 3 or 4.
Coach, chemistry has been your biggest advantage over the past 2 years. Now you have essentially kind of a brand new roster. How do you develop that as a coach, or is that something that the guys have kind of on their own?
No, I think you have to build that through the makeup of your team, the work ethic that they display. 2 years ago, no one really knew about our bench, and I think it was a lot more than just their individual talent. I think it was their willingness to play to each other's strengths, their work ethic. Those are the things that help you build chemistry. I think on every team, roles are different, but work is equal. And when you get a team that's committed to playing for each other and playing to win, special things can happen. So that's what we're looking for.
Coach Thibodeau, one of the big things over the offseason was there was a lot of fear that Deng might miss some time at the beginning of the season. Now that we know he's not having the surgery yet, how much of a relief is that for you to be able to go into the season with one of your better defenders that you thought you might have missing some time?
Well, I think you guys have been around now to know how valuable Luol is to our team. And he kept us updated all last spring, and he was feeling a lot better. He did a lot of things to strengthen his wrist, and he was very optimistic prior to the Olympics, where he felt he wouldn't need the surgery. So obviously we feel very good about that. He's in great shape, as he always is. He's a winning player. I mean, I don't think you could ever measure him statistically. Whatever the game needs, Lou provides. And he's a great leader. And we're very fortunate. I think when you look at the makeup of Joakim and Carlos and Kirk and certainly Derek, Rip, those are all guys that are very coachable and play for each other and play to win. And I think that helps. It starts with your best players. I think you have to have a shared vision. We're fortunate here because it really does start with Jerry, and it works its way right down through, John, Gar, the coaching staff, and our players. And we try to play as a team. And we want to be well balanced. We want to play together on offense and play together on defense.
For either of you guys, how's Joe King's ankle, and when was he able to resume full-scale workouts?
I think his ankle's fine. I mean, it's when did he start working out again full time?
Yeah, he was pretty diligent. Started feeling better towards the end of July. Pretty much 100% by then. And he had a very productive summer, an excellent fall. So he's ready to go.
Hey, Gar. Question about the Heinrich signing. When we signed Kirk Heinrich, the Bulls got put under a hard cap by using the full mid-level exception.
Right.
There was the option to do a signing trade with Kyle Korver instead.
Right.
This would not have had the hard cap, but then the Bulls would not have received the trade exception they got in the Korver trade.
Right.
How did you weigh playing this season under a hard cap versus the future flexibility of having the trade exception, and what led you to make the choice that you made?
Well, the biggest thing, Doug, is in order for a signing trade, it's got to be a 3-year deal. And we signed Kirk to a 2-year deal. So, and that was really, obviously we're in a new CBA, and we had to weigh the different options and look at different areas as far as the new CBA and the impact it will have on this team, not only this year, but in future years. And, our goal in looking at it, I think there's going to be some real restrictions in the new CBA moving forward. In your ability to approve your team, whether it's via a trade exception, a mid-level exception, the ability to sign and trade, the ability to do uneven financial deals. So our goal, obviously, I talked about, we're happy that we have the core of this team back from a year ago, and then looking forward, we wanted to address our bench, and we think we have, with some players that will help us, but we didn't want to lock into long-term deals that take money in order for us to have some flexibility in the future to continue to add to this team and improve this team.
For the both of you, with the new bench, like you mentioned, and Derek being out for whatever period of time he will be out, what are some realistic goals that you have for this team? We know, Tom, how you feel about every single game, every single day, but both of you, what is your outlook as far as the team is concerned?
Well, and I would agree with what Tom said earlier. I don't know. I don't ever like to put a cap on what a team can become. What you want your team to become is as good a basketball team as they're capable of becoming. And I think we've got a good group of guys. I think the guys we've added to this team fit the makeup and character that we want in this building on a daily basis. So my only hope is that whatever our potential is, that we reach it. And I know Tom talks a lot about, each and every day and getting better every day in practice and not looking ahead past the next game. Yeah. What do I think the potential is? I don't know, because again, I wouldn't want to put a cap on what I think the potential of this team could become. I think our goal is that whatever that is, that they reach it.
Yeah, no, I think the big thing for us is the challenge of building championship caliber habits each and every day. And if we do that, you never know how it'll play out. And I think the best way to look at it is we'll see. We can say, saying, what the potential of it is, it's really, that's meaningless. I think you put the work into it, and then you see where you can go. And I think that you have to find different ways to win. And I think if you're working the right way, you're doing the right things, I think good things can happen.
Gar, I just want to make sure I'm clear. The extension, it takes effect at the end of the season and goes through 16-17 season.
Who's that, Tom's?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom was under contract, as we all know, this coming year, and then we've agreed to a 4-year extension after that.
It's through the 2016-17 season?
Yeah, whatever 4 years is. I don't know, Calvo.
I said forever. Lifetime.
Gar, with the way the Omer Sheik thing played out, is it a priority to sign Taj to an extension before the season starts?
Well, I don't want to go too in depth as far as the talks that we're having with Mark, but obviously we value Taj very much, and we see Taj as a core piece to our team, not only this year but for the future. And we've had conversations. I know it's our goal to get Taj extended at some point long term, and I think it's his goal to remain a Chicago Bull. So we'll continue to have those conversations.
Tom, with Derek down, fan expectations, media expectations are not high at all. You got basically a new team. How do you counter that? By getting them to believe, don't hear or listen, to what's out there as far as you're not going to do that well this season.
Right. And well, I think that the important thing for our team is, whether it's praise or criticism, is not to listen to the outside voices. The only thing that matters is what we think. And I think the important thing for us is to put forth our best effort each and every day so we can build. And, the challenge every year, you start from a different place. It's what happened last year was last year. You have to start all over again this year. So we have to put our system in, our offense, our defense. We have to have everyone playing together. The challenge becomes how quickly we can do all that. But I think every year is different, and you start with a zero base and you build and you see where you can go.
First of all, Tom, congrats on your extension.
Thank you.
And this is for either or both of you. If Lowell ultimately will need surgery at some point, either next summer or maybe during the season, wouldn't it be best to maybe get it over with now rather than doing it later and it nagging him?
I don't think it's been decided that he definitely will need surgery. So I think that's where Lowell was, and he wanted a chance to strengthen his wrist, and he's done so. And I know he feels good. At some point, he may have to take a look at that as an option down the road. But as of now, I don't think it's 100% that he would definitely need it.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks.